Hello. This is really weird. I normally don't film TikToks this way, but today I am going to be doing Liv's makeup routine, and I think Liv is just the cutest person ever. Love her. And she posted about it on Instagram, and I commented saying that I might try the makeup routine, and she was like, tag me, and I was like, you know what, I'll make a video out of it. I was meant to be filming for YouTube tonight, and I was meant to be editing a video to go out on YouTube tonight. If you haven't realised, I have a YouTube channel. Maybe you should follow, please, I'm desperate. I'm gonna watch each step and then follow it. Exactly how a makeup tutorial would work, you may say. So Liv starts off by going in with her L'Oreal True Match. I don't have that. A lot of things that she has, I think all of the things that she has I don't have, so I'll be using whatever I have. And she always does it on the back of her hand, which I have just put way too much, but it's fine. She talks about putting it on her hands and she doesn't put too much product on, but I've just put too much product on anyways. I didn't skin prep, except I moisturised off camera, which is, me and her are very similar in the sense that our faces go very red. I moisturised like quite early on, so it's not as bad, but like if I like rub my face a bit, my face will just go very red. So that's not very nice, but oh well. She uses her, as I said, the True Match. Is that what it's called? True Match L'Oreal. She says she doesn't usually wear a foundation or a skin tint, but I always do because, as you can see, I'm very much breaking out at the minute, and I always am, because you know what? Teenage, to be fair. But this is a very light, it's light to medium, light to buildable. But anyways, it's the Maybelline Fit Me. I have used this for absolutely ages, and I love it. Right, I said that was a lot of foundation, but I have like used most of it, which is awesome because that means no wastage. We love that. It doesn't like completely cover, but it kind of just like evens it out. Also, I'm not using the same beauty blender that Liv is. I'm just using my orange. I don't know what brand it is, quite frankly. I probably got it from like Poundland. Okay, so then Liv goes in with her Kosas concealer. I don't have that. I'm going to be using my Rimmel Multitasker. So what she does is she has it under her eyes, kind of like that, I believe. It looks right. I have the video in front of me. And what she does is she lets it dry down to, I don't know why she does it. I low-key kind of forgot. I just watched it, but I forgot. I probably put way too much on there. But she lets it dry down for a bit while she does her bronzer. I feel like this is a very fast drying concealer, but I'll try it anyways. I trust my girl Liv. We've got bronzer, cream bronzer. I stole this from my sister, with permission of course, so it's not really stealing. Because, oh golly gosh, I don't know where mine is. And this is my bronzer brush, which is awesome. She said she starts on her forehead. I kind of just forgot, so I will be starting on my cheeks. She says she does it directly on top of her cheekbones instead of going under. I'm gonna do what she says. I trust my girl, okay? I'll do my forehead actually. I'd normally always apply my bronzer straight to my forehead, or to my skin even, but I'm doing it as Liv is doing it, okay? I'm quite liking it actually. Like, my bronzer always feels like it's, I feel like I can't see it as much, but it's, you can definitely see it on camera, which is great. Love being a bit bronze, especially in the winter months. We are in November now, so yeah, it's lovely. So she also does it into her ear and then down her jawline as well. As we can tell, I don't have much of a jawline, so I will definitely be doing that. Alright, I love that. Looking good so far. So far so good. And now I'll be blending in the concealer. This is a moment of truth to see if it... Okay, it dried down a bit. It should be okay because my beauty blender is damp, which for me is crucial. I don't know if hers was, but I think it might have been. This is absolutely crucial for me though, because I cannot touch my face with a dry beauty blender because it really, I don't know, it just doesn't feel great to me, but you know, it's fine. So you can see me look down a lot. I have my mirror like right here. Oh, light's shaking. Yeah, so it did dry a bit, but it's fine. So what I'm going to do is, she says, diffuse it up, because that makes it look more angled. That's also why she put the bronzer straight on the cheekbone, because she says it lifts the face, and any sort of free facelift I can get, I'll take the opportunity. Like, if this routine works for my face, I will in fact change and have this as my usual routine. And you know what, if I look like Liv, even better. She's so gorgeous. Okay, looks good. Okay, what I forgot with the bronzer is she goes under the nose. This is probably like a bit pointless now that I've done my concealer, I've blended it in, but it's fine. See, I've touched my nose like the lightest bit and it's gone a bit red. Then she does it a bit on the sides, which I always bronze my nose now. I never used to actually, because I never knew how to do it, but then I kind of just learned and I was like, awesome. Okay, so next she goes in back in with the concealer, so I'll again be using my Rimmel multitasker. And again she goes on the back of her hand, which I'm doing. Then she goes in and she does blemishes, and let me tell you, I've got a lot. But I'm a bit like her, where around my mouth is where I get it the most, and also on my cheeks, but I'm thinking I'll go very lightly on my cheeks because I have already bronzed. And she says that she uses the edge of her beauty blender and goes under the bronzer, which I like that. Yeah, but she uses the corner and I'll use, see it's flat, the corner of mine, or the edge even. It's not really a corner, is it? Yeah, cute. Right, she then goes in with a lighter colour in the corners. Now this is very light in comparison to into whatever I've already done. So I'm going to mix it with my Maybelline Fit Me. Yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some of my Maybelline Fit Me, and then I'm going to mix it. This is the e.l.f. 16-hour camo concealer. I'm going to put some of that in as well. So I want it light, but I don't want it too light. And I'm going to, can you see that? I'm going to mix it to make the lighter shade. I also found that the e.l.f. one ran very pink on me as well, which is why I don't wear it anymore. But we're gonna do it today for Liv, okay? And we'll make it work. Okay, she lets it sit again, and then what she does is she goes in and does her brows. Now, I don't do my brows at all. I'm just going to be like gelling them, because that's all I've got. And I've had this for absolutely ages. I probably shouldn't even be using it anymore from how long I've got it. You can see I've used it to roll out clay as well when I've been doing my like crafts. Yeah, it looks really gross. I promise it's not. But yeah, the colour is just disgusting, so it's picked up loads of makeup. But it's fine. So I'm just gonna... So what she does is she says she brushes hers up and then a bit to the side as well, which I also do that. I just like my brows. I'll go along the top as well. I'm not sure if she does, but I will do that. And I feel like the girls will get me when I say my eyebrows are not even at all. They are very much sisters and not twins. So after she's done her eyebrows, she goes back in and blends in the concealer, and she says she keeps it very much in this space, like very much here where it already is, and diffuse it out a little bit, which is what I'm going to do. What I like about the two concealers that I've just used there as well is they are not very fast drying, which means it works very well for what she was doing with letting it sit for a little bit just so that it's fuller coverage, which it very much is. Normally I don't just use a beauty blender as well. I have my concealer brush usually, which is this one. I look very pale in my actual, like, in comparison to my camera. I don't know why the camera is making me look tan, but you know what? For the sake of the time of year it is, I will take it for now. I might have to fix the colour in post to make it look more accurate, but all is good. Okay, now it's blended. She said that whatever's left on the beauty blender, which for me is pretty much nothing, she lightly taps into her nose, because where she puts the bronzer she doesn't want any harsh lines. She then goes back in with the brush that's used for a bronzer, which for me is my angled brush, and she just taps over it again just to bring more colour back in. And just tap very lightly with whatever product is left on the brush, which I've done. Okay, so she says that she blends in her concealer, or just makes sure it's properly blended so that there's no creases before she sets her face, which we're looking pretty good at the minute. No creases. And she goes in with the Charlotte Tilbury powder. I don't have that. Normally I'd go in with my Maybelline Fit Me translucent powder, but she uses a powder that is very similar to her skin tone, so I will do that. So she says that she goes under the eyes and down the nose and then goes out, which is pretty normal placement for whatever powder I do as well. And she's talking about an acne covering using powder. I don't usually... Oh, you know what? Oh. Whoa! She says that she just taps... Oh my god. Like taps... Sorry, that's unblended there. Taps lightly over her blemishes with a bit of powder. Yeah. I really recommend the blemish hack. I'm hoping it's looking as good on camera as it is in real life. Be a bit disappointing if not. It really does cover them quite well. Love that. Okay, she goes back in with her powder puff, which still has product on it. I haven't put any more product on it, as you can see. It's still just got a bit of product. And she says that she goes in around the bronzer on the cheeks to make sure that it's more blended in and that it isn't a harsh line, which I didn't actually put much on, so I should be okay with that. She next goes in with powder, blush and bronzer. I'm going to go in with... All my makeup is very dirty, I'm so sorry. My Rimmel Natural Bronzer. This is my... it's dirty. Wait, which one's my bronzer blush? Okay. Bronzer brush, which is just this one. I try not to go too heavy on my bronzer, and Liv does the same, which is great, we're so alike. What the heck. But she just taps it in. I normally thingy it on my skin first. I think she does that in her video. But yeah, I'm just tapping so that none of the makeup is disturbed underneath, which is what she says, which I love that. And one thing I don't like about this bronzer is it's a bit shimmery. I don't know if you can see on my hand, but it's a bit shimmery and I don't really like that in a bronzer. Because when I have a bronzer, I like it to be matte. I like very matte makeup. And she was just talking about how her makeup is still a bit glowy. Mine very much isn't. I might have overpowdered a little bit, but it's okay. I'm going to go in very lightly on my jawline. I need all the help I can get in that department. With whatever products left, I've just put more on accident. She goes on her nose again, like very lightly. Which I normally do that as well, but I use a different brush. But that brush is currently covered in pink because of the concept of Halloween and Halloween makeup. Okay, I've just wiped my lips, and like Liv, I have a double lip line. I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but I obviously have, I'm not going to do it on my lips, but I have pigment like here, but then down here it carries on. I don't have much pigment there. She follows that line, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to look insane while I put this on, so like don't mind it, please. If she starts in there though, I can't. Okay, this is a very dark for my lips. If she goes in with her finger. Okay, I've just done what she's doing. And she goes over the top as well. On the top I'm just following my natural lip line. I don't want it to look too crazy. And she lightly goes in. Just a bit down. She puts like lipstick with it in the video. I don't own any lipstick at all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go on top with this lip oil, which is called Oh My Glaze Tinted Lip Oil. And I got it at Poundland. Also, before she did her lips, she went in and she did her lashes. Mascara. I have fake lashes on. Probably very easy to tell. So I will not be doing that. I don't go anywhere without my fake lashes. So, but her lashes low-key look better than mine, and she only has mascara on. So you know what? Fair enough. Right, that's my lips. They're more rosy than I thought with this lip oil. That's what it's called. Okay, this is my little eyelash curler. I recently got a new one because I lost my other one. No, I didn't. I broke it. I think I'd just been using it too long, and I used it once and it broke. I got this from Home Bargains. I want to say Home Bargains. It was either Home Bargains or Poundland. I love those places. I get all of my stuff there. And I just curl my lashes. When I'm wearing fake lashes, I don't go too heavy, or it just looks crazy. Yeah, you can really see it's improved a lot more. But something that annoys me about my lashes, or my fake lashes, is that the two pairs are never the same. I'm going in with powder blush now. I'm gonna hold my head down in shame. She Glam. I got it a very long time ago, and all the shades are practically still perfect. I'm going to use it until it runs out. I'm not going to waste product, but I won't buy it again. We clear. So, she does this last, so I'm doing it last. And I don't know what shade is closest to hers. I think I might do a mix of, like, these two. I think that's my usual go-to anyways. Now these are very pigmented, so I'm just gonna tap them on very lightly. Because yeah, I don't want to look crazy. So what she says is she does it up here, and then I just wanna, she smiles a bit. I don't smile much, but she smiles a bit and goes on the apple. You can tell it sounds so stupid, but I'm so bad at smiling. She goes on her apples of her cheeks, and yeah, I think that's it for blush. I'm just gonna... Shh, don't tell her I did this. I don't know if she did. She might have. I normally do it all the time. Just to give that little bit of colour back. And she used the same blush? She used her same brush as her bronzer. I think, yeah, I did that as well. I don't normally do that, but I did that. And then she says that she goes in with her Huda Beauty powder. I don't have a Huda Beauty powder. Obviously, I'm going to use my Maybelline Fit Me. And she just goes in with an angled brush, which I can't do because mine has liquid blush on it when I normally use liquid blush. I think will that come off? I'll just be very light-handed because she's very light-handed with this as well. Which is, you like taps it. Obviously hers is a loose powder and mine's a pressed. You're not really meant to use brushes on pressed powders, I don't think. She taps it and she just goes under her eyes and sets it. Okay, thankfully the blush is not coming off here. Yeah, she just goes under her eyes and sets it. And she says it's a game changer. I'm gonna go on my head as well. Don't tell her I did that. Okay, so she also goes down her nose a bit. And she says that she works it around this area because it brightens. And, you know, I'm going very light-handed, so it's not brightening as much. But it just makes the face look more angled up. And she does it around the bronzer and the blush that she's just put on. She also does do a bit on her head, so maybe I was right in doing that. But yeah. Okay, and that is me trying Liv's makeup routine all complete. I think I will take you to better lighting. I'm just gonna, because my hair isn't slicked back, but it's not looking great at the minute because I was meant to hop in the bath and I didn't. Okay, my lighting is a little bit better here. Still in my room, but like a different part of my room, so the light is not as harsh. But yeah, the makeup is so cute. I absolutely love it. I might just steal this routine forever and just use it all the time. I absolutely love it. Like, I really like it. I wish my hair was done like nicely so it would look better, but yay, I'm gonna go take photos and post them on Instagram. Follow me Instagram, please. Thank you.